question I've gotten so far is, was this planned? And yeah, it absolutely was. If you want to take it a step further, I've actually known since day after conception that I was pregnant due to wearing my Oura ring. So let's get into how exactly my Oura ring told me I was pregnant. And I also brought my notes so you guys know this is real. If you wear an Oura ring, then you are locked in when it comes to your recovery data. And that was the first thing I started noticing on literally 1 day DPO, that something was just off. Specifically, my recovery index had dropped lower than usual, and then my heart rate was elevated starting 1 day DPO and then continued to stay elevated, which was very out of the normal for me. Aside from my recovery data being off, my body was also just giving signs that something is going on. I literally have it noted here, 3 DPO, I was starting to be out of breath just walking. Granted, I was at market, so I was walking much more than I normally would. And then also to note, it could have just been because it was cheap red wine, but I was very nauseous after 1 glass, which is not normal. And then arguably one of the best features of the Oura ring is it does track your basal temp, which mine never went down. If you are tracking your cycles, you know that your basal temperature normally goes down when you're on your actual cycle. And then when you're in that next phase, it'll always remain up. And then once your cycle is ready to come again, your temperature will drop. Mine never dropped. So that's how I knew essentially from really day 4 DPO up until day 12 is when I actually tested. My temperature remained high and my temperature should have went down around like day 9 or 10, which if you didn't know, your basal temperature not decreasing is probably one of the biggest signs that you are in fact pregnant. And just outside of what I could track from my Oura ring, this one is like really fun that I have on here, is my vivid dreams started 3 days DPO and continued and have continued for weeks past after obviously finding out I was pregnant. So I'm suspecting that those vivid dreams will happen the entire pregnancy, but we'll see. All in all, if you are trying to conceive, my biggest piece of advice is to track everything. I owe my organization and just keeping myself in line back to ChatGPT, my best friend throughout all of this. But this was such a useful tool to put in like all my Oura ring information and just like the regular thoughts I was having. Many weeks later, I'm able to just pull it up and be like, wait, when did my vivid dreams start? Oh, 3 days DPO, perfect. Track everything, listen to your body, and your data might be telling you before you're even really realizing what's going on. And if you have an Oura ring, let me know if you found out this early, or if not, how did you find out?